is your food planned upstairs on my bar?
Welcome to Vlogmas day 12. I'm just attempting to wake up. Drop the phone. And get ready for work. Oh, excuse me. It's raining out. I've started my day with cat cuddles, which is lovely. And now I shall get my legs out of bed and make myself a cup of tea. And I'll catch up with you in a little while. Bye for now. What flavor are you? Oh, lychee, is it? Yum. Blueberry, lychee, and rose water. Oh, nice. I look forward to eating that one. Yum.
Hey guys, it's Jay. I'm in my secret spot. I'm just sat here in my break knitting. I've had my toast and I thought I'd show you my progress on my Gilbert sock. So I'm using West Yorkshire Spinners Signature Sparkle mulled wine. And it's a Gilbert sock pattern from the Anna Green Gables collection from the kitchen sink shop. And I did a whole section yesterday wrong, but I'm not pulling it back because when you look at them next to each other, where are we? Here. You honestly, unless you right up close, you can't tell. You can't see the difference. And it's only me wearing them. They're not for a gift. And on this sock, I made a mistake down here. But I think that it'll be okay. Because honestly, you can't see the pattern anyway. So I'm just at work. It's been a pretty good morning. Constant, but not crazy. I've probably got about 15 minutes left of my break. I'm gonna knit. And I feel better now I've had something to eat. And my toast today was delicious. I don't think I could eat a whole jar of that one. That was the blueberry and lychee, and it was lovely, but it was very sweet. And I had it with peanut butter today just to sort of balance it out a bit. So thanks everyone for your lovely comments. I have tried to reply to everyone, and I am doing so. It's really great to have some interaction with the community, and I'm glad that you're enjoying watching my videos. It seems like my brain has finally, probably, maybe, slowed down in terms of Christmas stuff. I still have Christmas things on, but I feel like my head thought it was a little crazy last week, and it sort of seems like, okay, we're okay now. We've settled into it, but we'll see. talking and knitting together is not my strong point. Hence, I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at the knitting. And it's why I made a mistake in that section yesterday, is because I was having family time, but I wanted to knit at the same time. And I thought, yeah, I'm going strong, this is wonderful, I'm on it, no dramas. And then bam, I realized that I repeated this section instead of changing the section up. So do you know what though? Normally I would stress about it, and the reason I'm not is because you really can't see the pattern in these socks anyway. I think that it's nice for the Yuletide. It's nice for the mulled wine to have some texture in it, definitely. But as far as seeing it goes, I don't think so. I think it's a waste of time. When I make another pair with this, I'm just going to do 2x2 rib for the whole sock. I think someone's coming for a meeting. So I'll say goodbye. And I'll catch up with you after work. See ya. Yeah, they didn't come in, but I'm going to just knit. But I just wanted to say that you can see it if you look hard enough, but you can't see it if you don't know it's there. I know it's there, and both of them are imperfect. So let's just pretend that they're Amish, but they're still going to be nice and cozy and lovely, and it's okay. Because sometimes we have to let these things go. All right, I'll see you later. Bye. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. How are we today? I'm sorry if the oven's too loud. I have some baked potatoes in the oven. I've been home from work. I finished late, so what time is it? 4 o'clock? I finished at 2:30. I had to pop into Kmart and pick up some things I ordered on Click and Collect from my dad for Christmas. And then it was pouring down with rain. And when I got home, I had to sit in my car for a few minutes, call my mum, who just happened to be home because she was on her way out. And she brought me out an umbrella. And then I just waited and waited, and it wasn't easing off, so I just braved it. And I did get a bit wet. So I've had a shower. I didn't wash my hair, but I've had a shower, which is why I am makeup free right now. And I've got some jacket potatoes in the oven. I think I'm either going to have those with some fish or some beans. I haven't decided yet. I had a few olives just as a starter. And I've made myself a cup of tea. So grab yours, because I've got something exciting to show you. So I'm drinking M&S tea right now. I borrowed one. Thanks, Mum. No, we're sharing. Well, we're not sharing. They're hers, and I pinched one. And I have my own, but mine are biscuit flavoured, and they're delicious, but I was in the mood for a non-biscuit flavoured one. So she won't mind, because I'm always sharing my things with her. So today was a good day, and I got a bit of knitting done in my break, as you just saw. We're on day 12 of the Advent calendar and day 12 of Vlogmas. It's been a wet old day today, but the good news is I don't have to water the garden this afternoon. And to be honest, it's been so hot, as you've seen over the course of Vlogmas, if you've been following along, is we really could have done with the rain. So first of all, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for the people that have been here every day. I am grateful to you. Thank you for all your lovely comments. If you're new here, my name is Jay. I'm from Sydney in Australia. I'm a knitter, sewer, crafter, and creator. And normally I come on here and I have a knitting and sewing vlog, I'm gonna start calling it, because even though podcast seems to be the trend word, I feel a bit funny saying podcast because it's a video, really. Now, when I do come back after Vlogmas, I think that this is probably going to be my new spot, because we got some new chairs from a friend of ours from Knitters Guild, and it'll either be in this chair or the chair in the other room, depending on the light, depending on the day. But I think it's quite nice here in this little nook to come and have a chat with you all. So yeah, I've just been home from work. I have a very, very, very rare night to myself tonight. Mum has gone to a show. My dad's not here today. I don't have anyone coming over. I won't be up late because it's a work night. And I have nothing but my own self. I'll have an early dinner because I haven't really eaten much today. And I was going to watch a Christmas movie, but I think it's still a bit early. So I'll watch a little bit of Vlogmas for other people, and then see what mood I'm in. I'm currently watching, just before I turn this on, what Vivi did next. I haven't watched a lot of hers lately because I've been caught up in Vlogmas. But her latest episode popped up and she's talking about Christmas in Swanage. So I'm going to have a look at that. I love what Vivi did next. If you haven't seen her podcast, she is, like myself, very conscious of being frugal. She is someone who grows her own vegetables. She loves books, so she does do some book reviews. She does a lot of gardening. She talks about sort of how to stretch. She lives in England, so how to stretch the pound in, sort of cooking, and how to make the ingredients in your fridge and pantry, etc., go a long way. And all sorts of things, really. But she cares about the environment, she cares about the planet, she cares about being frugal, and yeah, it's just a really, really nice vlog. If you ever get the chance, I would go over and have a look. And if Vivi, if you're watching, I'm gonna say hi. Yeah, so I will watch that. I'm catching up with Home Tea Knits. I watched a little bit of theirs in my break today, and on my way to work I was listening to her. I got to catch up with Gaynor. There's in fact, Back to Blighty. I haven't watched Back to Blighty in days, so I think she'll be on my agenda tonight, because there's a few that I am missing. Well, there's quite a few that I'm missing. I haven't had time. But as we get closer to Christmas, that's okay, because, on my days off I can watch a few. I'm at risk at the moment of oversaturating myself with Christmas, and I was going to watch something unrelated to Christmas, but I'm not. I want to keep that mood going without getting to Christmas Day and thinking, oh, I'm over it. But it's the only time of year where all the magic happens, and it's my favorite time of year, so I think I'll be okay. But I'll just make sure I get the balance. Anyway, I digress. So every year I work for a big company. I've been working for them for 2.5 years, and every year since I started working, I've been lucky enough to get a hamper. The first year we had it was in a backpack. Last year, gosh, I can't remember. Could have also been, it might have been a gym bag actually. And there's a few bits and bobs in there. And this year it's come in a beach bag, which is a really good quality bag. Look at this. It's, yeah, beautiful. Really, really good quality. When I say good quality, I mean it's quite thick, it's calico. I think it'd make a good knitting bag actually. So let's see what we've got. This is the reveal. Even I haven't really looked either. So usually there's a mix, oh sorry, I hit the tripod. Usually there's a mix of alcohol and food. Sometimes there's some juice and some soft drink. And yeah, it's really, I'm grateful and blessed to get this from work. Especially when we don't really buy a lot of junk in this house. And when you have people around, you know, bits of chips, bits of this, biscuits. And when you're having people around for the season, it's nice because, you know, you sort of have the extra bits that you wouldn't normally have. So we've got in here some sour cream and chives, oven baked, not fried. There's some, ooh, yum. Oh, yum, these are gonna be nice. Peanut bites, crunchy size scorched peanut bites. Joe's Food & Co. crunchy chicken and garlic noodles. Not really my thing, but someone will get a good munch out of that. Pretzels. Yum. Sorry for the top of my head when I'm leaning over. Arnott's. So Arnott's is an Australian biscuit brand. And these are Kingston, and they're these tiny little like oat biscuits with a chocolate filling. They remind me of my pop actually. We've got some Natural Confectionery Company Fruity Chews. So these are a little bit like Starburst, but like the Australian version. We've got a 12, which is like a flake with a chocolate coating over it. Little Creatures Pale Ale. My dad will like that. I mean, I'll like that too, but I'm not really a drinker. I do drink every now and then. I, like, usually around my birthday or Christmas, I'll have a couple of drinks. And that's it. I got the Canadian Club Lemon Crush, which is like whiskey. My mom actually might like that, Little Creatures, but she's not drinking either. All right, so let's take that off the table. All right, we got a triple distilled vodka. What flavor are you? It says Tangle. Perfectly sparkling. I don't know what flavor that is. It's got pictures of fruit on it. Just says, all it says is sparkling Tangle. No idea. Got this beautiful bottle of wine. Oh, sparkling wine. That's good. Upside down premium cuvee. I don't know what cuvee is. Everyone knows things are a little different down under. Well, that's true. Sitting on the bottom of the world, everything is a little upside down. We eat seafood on Christmas Day. Unless you're in our house, we have it on Christmas Eve. Celebrate an outlawed bushranger as a national icon, Ned Kelly. And we love to shorten our words. Yes, we do. The premium cuvee is fresh from the inviting notes of citrus and lemon. The palate is flavoursome with soft fruit characters and a crisp finish. Okay, so that's like a sparkling wine. So that's nice. That'll come in handy. What else have we got? Don't know what this is. This is something to do with football. I can see this is Panthers group. It looks, I'm not going to open it, but I think it might be a picnic blanket with like Penrith Panthers. By the way, Penrith Panthers, if you don't know, is rugby league. It's a rugby league team, and I work for the rugby league club. I don't work for the club in the club. I work as an employee for the club in the hotel. It's too complicated. I can't be bothered. And vodka crush. So most of this alcohol stuff, if my dad's drinking this year, he'll have that. Otherwise, I'll just give it away to the neighbours, and I'm not sure if we're having a street Christmas party this year. We had one last year. I haven't seen an invite. Maybe we're not doing it this year. I don't know. So yeah, that's a few little bits from work, which is really nice of them. And in fact, we've got people coming over tomorrow, and we've got people coming over next Sunday. So these things will come in handy for that. I think the first year I wasn't drinking at all, and I just gave them all away. And last year my dad drank most of it. And I might have a glass of wine or something for Christmas, but I'm only off Christmas Day, so I don't have time off over Christmas. I'll have my time off next year. And then my manager today gifted us this football jersey. Whoop. And it's got Pullman Sydney Penrith on the back. Very nice. 60 seasons of Panthers. So yeah, very nice. Aren't I lucky? I just I don't know what I was going to say there. I got distracted by this robe. I haven't read through your comments yet, but by the time you see this, I will have. And I will reply to them this evening. Don't really have a lot else to say. I'm not... It's not really much to say. I'm going to do a bit of knitting on my shawl, knit along this afternoon. I've been really gung-ho on the sock the last couple of days. I needed a break from the shawl, so I'll get back onto the shawl this afternoon. I needed that cup of tea. So tomorrow I'll be at work, and then I've got my friends from Knitters Guild. We have a side quest group going on. So they'll come around. We're going to have a Christmas afternoon tea, catch up on the Great British Knit or whatever it's called. Can't remember. It's been a few weeks since I saw it. And have a little knit and natter. So until tomorrow, I'm going to say goodbye. I might add a bit of footage of my evening, but I might just get it locked and loaded and edited and up. I'm going to eat first though, so there might be a little bit after this. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed me sharing my hamper with you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.